Hey, I've got a new game called Promnesia, which may sound like you had too much to drink at the high school dance and can't remember what happened, but it's just another word for deja vu. This is a short free game looking for feedback before posting it to Steam, so we're going to go through it and see what we can find. Let's get going. I'm using headphones for a better experience. 2 years ago, police received reports of a home invasion at 10:15 p.m. They arrive on the scene to a mother and daughter murdered, but no forced entry was suspected. After 6 months of investigating, the case went cold. The father now lives alone. Even though 2 years have passed, he still hasn't moved on. It's your fault. They're gone. If only you didn't value your job more than your family, if you didn't work more than spending time with your family, perhaps they would still be alive. Oh. Doors open. They can offer change for something new. Closed means you're stuck with what you got. Okay, first check. No controller support at all. So check out my video on how to do that. I'm going to link it. It's really easy. You can probably do it without changing your code at all. So where am I? Just right off the bat, it seems like the scale is kind of weird, like I'm too big or the house is too small. That's alright. Ah, the door's closed, so I'm stuck with what I got. Sort of janky. It's also looking up and down. It's sort of like I'm rotating around my chest, which is weird. It's like if I look down, I'm bent all the way over like that, as opposed to just moving my head. That's sort of tricky to get right. Oh, that's where I was. Green. I hate that color. I spent too much time thinking about money and it cost me my family's life. Oh. That is a super bright lamp. No lamp is that bright. Right? Especially when the bulb isn't even on. Weird. Well, now what? Well, these doors are still closed. Except this one. Oh, I thought I was stuck with what I got if the door was closed. How is that TV on? I don't know. Whoa. I'm home. Where's that music coming from? What about who was that? Standing in my hallway. That seems like a more pressing matter. Music. Oh, my favorite. Where am I? Is this the same house? I thought this was my house. But everything's green. What is going on here? Looks like we got some flipped normals, maybe. So we're seeing the back side of those faces. check that in Blender pretty easily if you are using Blender. If this is even an original house asset, I don't know. Could be from the Unity store for all I know. Where'd you go? You must have ran full speed into this wall. Tripped over the coffee table or something. That would have been funny to see. That was too far away. Oh. That's odd, there's a note in the frame. Okay, see ya. Oh. Press E to read note. Dear love, this place isn't safe and you must escape as soon as you can. Pay attention to the time as you don't have long. Press R to stop reading. Press E to read note. E, R. Why would that... That's weird. Oh. Now, is there a dial tone? I didn't even pick up the receiver. These are so bright. Like... Where is it? Like, is this lamp on? No. Where's that coming from then? Oh, the lighting is pretty weird. Pretty weird. I'm gonna escape. But no. Why would that happen? Can I go through that way? No. I am very shiny. Escape. Pay attention to the time. Time? Ten 10:15. I had to zoom in on it for something to happen. 10:15 p.m. Ooh. I escaped. Wow. Alright, maybe spend a little longer on this screen. So let's see, what can I say before going to Steam? Menu. These black boxes look sort of hacked together. You can just draw a nice little menu button. Or I would anyway. It's up to you. That's all up to you. Who gives a shit what I think? I would probably put the read note and stop read note on the same key. I can only kind of guess why they were different is that it was on E, and this is a stab in the dark because I don't know what's going on inside. But I would guess that you're doing an if get key on the E key and then toggling whether or not you're reading the note. So when you go up to press it, it's held down. The get button and get key, I think, both will return. They'll both execute on every frame that the key is pressed down on. So if you're going like boink, then it'll sort of like flash back and forth between reading and not reading, which may be what you tried and it was like, why is it doing that? I don't know. I'll just change it to R. but what I would do is change that to if input.get button up, because that will only get triggered on the frame in which the key is released. You can also do on get button down, which would be the frame that it gets pressed down, but not the rest of the frames before it gets released. Or it could be something else completely. I don't know. That's just a guess. Who are you? Oh, is that my... I didn't even see you last time. Oh, is that even a normals thing? Like, some of those are straight up missing, which I assume are just backwards, but... like, this one is reflecting light differently. I don't know. There's something weird going on there. Is that even the same texture? Is that face just have a different texture on it for some reason? I don't know. Look at that. I think I would have more, a little bit more guidance for like where you're going next. Like, it doesn't have to be hand-holdy, just like, because right now it's like find something to do and then go search the entire house again until you find the next thing. Like, the only real indication was at the end when it said keep track of the time, and I was like, oh, there's a clock in that other room. I would also add a lot of just things around the house that you can look at and like get a little bit of story insight from, just to add a little more depth. Because the story right now doesn't really go anywhere after that first. Like, the introduction gives you a bunch of story, and we don't really learn anything over the course of the game. Oh, here's something weird. Why can I still read this note? So that... it's like being able to read the note got triggered when I got close enough, but it didn't get untriggered when I walked away again without reading it. And then just, like, I don't know, have an image here, or like a cutscene or something, and have some closure for the story. Probably, I would say try and stay away from the solid color rectangles too. So that was Promnesia. It's a good start. It did have a creepy, suspenseful feeling to it. I got a little weird feeling in there. But there are some things to work on before I would go to Steam with it. But all in all, a solid start. I will leave a link to this game page on itch.io, as well as at least the video of mine that I suggested for adding controller support, and anything else that I am forgetting about now that I mentioned in the video. I'll have links down below. You can subscribe to me on YouTube, leave me a like, leave me a comment. You can follow me on Twitch, where I do this kind of thing, live streaming, and I do some other games as well. You'll probably see a lot more bad games on my live stream, which can be kind of fun, but those don't usually make it to the YouTube. And you can follow me on Twitter to get updates sometimes. And I think that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.